Hello and welcome to Channel Sport on Sunday. I'm Ken Ochonogo. All Sundays are special days, but when those Sundays are the 19th of November, it makes them extra special. So today's an extra special day, and I and my team said, what is the best way to celebrate it? What is the best way to, to get the best out of today? And we say, let us look at that which we call now our own, the league, the NPFL. So today, basically, everything you need to know about the NPFL, anything you need to know about the NPFL, you are going to, have the opportunity, to listen and ask questions and get on what it is. I understand that, a lot of guys are up there, especially football lovers in Nigeria, after that Lesotho encounter. I remember we played South Africa and they gave us, in the local part, they gave us 2 kundu, here, and then, Raw came back to life. Let's hope this one will bring the pens in Pesero probably will come up after this. But the good thing also is that, we are playing Zimbabwe, and then Zimbabwe are playing, home away from home. So they are playing in Rwanda. They are not playing in Zimbabwe. So it's almost like a neutral turf. So I believe that the Super Eagles, that home advantage, will not be there for the Zimbabweans. It is high time for us to say, capitalize on this. It's too early to start talking about calculators of who, because South Africa already picked up the maximum 3 points in their first win. But then it is a long journey. It is a round robin. Everybody will play everybody home and away. So if you drop points at home, you might go out there to go and take it. But it is most important. It is very, very important not to drop points, whether home and away, especially when the South Africans are capable of also picking, wins at home and away against other teams. The Lesotho was a surprise. Let's hope that surprise should be a wake-up call to the Super Eagles. But today, November the 19th, we take on Zimbabwe, and let's see if we can start our journey, starting with making it, a 4-pointer from our first 2 games. Just before we came on, you saw Djokovic, this man, I don't know, we thought after that epic battle he had with Alcaraz at Wimbledon that, a new king is here. The new Nadal is here. The man who says has the attributes of Nadal, the Djokovic himself, and also Federer. But then something happened. After Wimbledon, the Alcaraz we're saying it's not the Alcaraz we've known. But Djokovic is the one who have now, been just moving up there, back to number 1, consolidating, and nobody seemed to be able to stop him. That's the finals, and he was taking, I don't know what somebody says his name is Sinner. He's taking up Jack Sinner. That one is the home, the home favorite, and let's see how that is going to be. The league, our league is what, like we said, that is what we are going to talk on. We'll talk about that. And then also the under-17, because we are not there, but the African teams are there. And I think Senegal, they are doing well. But let's see if they could, in the absence of Nigeria, that probably we can get there. A lot of bumper packages, but like we said, it's going to be a very special edition of Channel Sport on Sunday, because we are dedicating, we are devoting, we are doing everything we can to talk about the NPFL today. But before I do that, my guys are in the house. Before I come to his back, but let me wait a bit. The Catalan, you're welcome to the show.
Where do I start? The 19th of November.
Yeah.
Yes, it's special edition. Surprisingly, he didn't tell us why it's that special. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, yeah.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. The prayer is that hopefully what France did to Gibraltar yesterday, Nigeria will do to Zimbabwe.
What France did to Gibraltar? 14-0. It has never happened. The highest was Germany scoring 13.
Yeah.
But here they are scoring 14. And then the goal that made it the 14th guy by Giroud was a goal of all goals.
Yeah.
Acrobatically, the guy went over there and bam. But I think I'm not a referee, but I think I should be able to talk to FIFA. You don't use sledgehammer to kill a fly.
Exactly.
How can France be playing Gibraltar and then you are giving Gibraltar a red card, under 30 minutes? Does it make sense? It doesn't make sense. They are already 3 goals down.
Football is suicide.
Welcome back to the show.
Happy birthday, Mr. Ken.
Yeah.
It's good to see you again. Good to be back on the show. You know, it's a disappointing one for the Super Eagles. We shouldn't be going at home to Lesotho. With all due respect to Lesotho, Nigeria is much more a bigger footballing nation to them. I hope the coach gets his act together and we need to get back on winning ways. It was a very, very disappointing draw, and we shouldn't be drawing at home against a team like Lesotho. Okay. So I just hope that the Super Eagles we know will turn up, because as it is, and with each passing game, Nigerians are losing faith in the capacity of the technical team and the players, the ability to perform for the country at each given time. We don't want to see Nigeria miss out on the World Cup again. So the earlier they get their acts together, the better for each and every one of us. Once again, good to be back on the show, and happy birthday, Mr. Ken.
It's good to have you back. I have a lot of, I don't know, sometimes I want to choose the right way to, you know, these guys, they torment me right there. I can't do without them. They are already in my DNA, and so there's nothing we can do about it. But like we said, we'll be looking on at the league today, and we'll be filing questions, and we're also going to open the lines. So, I think the best place to start from is to start with the chairman of the NPFL. You know, we have NPL from NPFL to NPFL, and from NPFL to NPFL, where that P changed from professional to premier, part of the rebranding. To tell us why that was done. So let's see if we have him. Maybe he can come on right now so that the show can begin. Hello, sir. We have him there. He's joining us from Abuja.
Hello. Hello, Ken. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Yes, that is Honorable Benga Legbele here. For those who follow sports in Nigeria, from the NSC to the National Assembly, he's been, for the sports committee, vice chairman, chairman DG, National Sport Commission, and here he is now. Also, before we got there was before the board, there was the IMC, there was an interim management committee, which became before other people came in. So from interim to permanent, and that but today he's chairman of the league board, and they have just 2 years to do this. Let's start from the transition from the temporary the temporary to the permanent. How has it been like? How has it been like running the league? Yeah.
Thank you. Let me join others to wish you a very happy birthday.
Thank you.
And thank you. Before I go ahead, yeah, it wasn't easy when we started last season because we inherited a league without an office, without a bank account, without any money, without even government support, financial support. Started the league where we don't really have any sponsor. So we were just a very brand new body, nothing to start with at all. But we thank God, we thank the stakeholders, the NFF, the former minister, those who supported us that time, at least to have the confidence to start. They were able to get the GTI group to be on our side in terms of payment of referees, payment of match bonus, and all, match officials, and other ancillary bills that have to do with Premier League. Again, we were on television. Part of our mandate was to put Nigerian League back on television. It was very difficult. We met with several would-be broadcast partners, but Nigerian League seems to them to be very unattractive, and they don't want to touch Nigerian League at all. So we opted for the NTA. Instead, we say, okay, let the show at least one match per week, the one we call match of the week. It cost us millions. Again, we thank GTI for being able to help us to pay the NTA bills. So we're able to show at least a match per week throughout last season. But towards the end of the season, we're able to convince SuperSport to come and get our Super 6 playoff. That's the championship playoff in Lagos, to get it on their TV channels. And they were able to do that. Nigerians in millions were able to sit in the comfort of their homes and watch Nigerian matches on television throughout last season. So it was tough, but we thank God we were able to get it done.
Okay, you've mentioned GTI. because I think GTI precedes Propel, and then probably we'll also look at the next one, which is the StarTimes deal. A lot of Nigerians are not too clear on what the relationships are. You own the NPFL, the NFF has own the league. The NPFL runs the league. You are as the board. What is the role of GTI in this? Hello, sir. Hello. Okay, I think you're frozen, but no problem. You will join us back soon. He just told us, give us how they came in, but he said they came in without that office. Okay, I think he is back. Okay, I think you are back now.
There you go.
Are you back now? Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Temporary disturbance somewhere.
It's okay. It's all right. So I want to ask you this. Like I said, some people still need some clarification on the role of GTI in the league.
Okay, very simple. GTI, they are our corporate partners, and GTI came in as a result of the fact that we were not able to get any sponsor last season. We were not able to start the league, but there was no support anywhere in terms of finance. We came to an agreement with GTI. Please, can you help us by way of sponsoring the league in terms of payment of referees, in terms of the television coverage of NTA, in terms of other logistics like payment of staff salary of the league body? They agree, and we agree that, okay, the agreement is that whatever profit we make later, for instance, last season again, alone, GTI spent over $1 billion to prosecute the entire thing. The free money alone was about 300 million, close to 400 million. And they only take 10% from whatever sponsorship money we have. And that 10% is what is accruable to them. So all the money GTI is spending is for us to be able to prosecute the league. And again, for us to have a financial standard where if there is any profits coming to the league, the club have their own share. The club have the largest share anyway. The clubs have the largest share. The NFF has a certain percentage. The league body has a certain percentage. Then GTI have just 10%. So that was it.
Is it 10% of the total sum, or 10% of the after you net off all your expenses, and what remains is what you all are going to say? This is what we are going to share. Go to the club.
Everybody share percentage from what we have. For instance, we have $1 billion now. All right, the club take their own percentage, which is more than 50%, I guess. Then GTI 10%, NFF I think the league body 10%. NFF 10%. That's where it goes.
Okay, so it is yes. from the 10% that comes to the league that the league board use in running the league.
Exactly. We are yet to even get any 10% anyway, because this is the very first time we are going to get money from a sponsor. So that 10% by God's grace is what we'll be using to run the league.
Okay, that means now that Propel is here, and then StarTime is also here. You just told us
yes.
that you just told us here that GTI spent about $1 billion last season in running the league.
Over $1 billion last season. The records are there.
Okay, no, yes. I'm just
presented to the GTI.
All right, beautiful. So what I'm trying to say is that from the monies you are going to get from the sponsorship, the net off first, whatever they've already brought in, right? You pay them back. They won't be that it's like a loan to the league, the money they raise, or was it a sponsorship?
Yes, it's like a loan. It's like a loan to the league. For instance, if I have $1 billion now, then they take $100 million as 10% of it. And they spent over $1 billion last season, so it's going to take them years before they can be able to. I just pray we keep getting sponsors so that they can be able to at least get off. Anyway, we started 10 years deal with them. So expected by then, they should be able to get what they spent.
Okay.
They're still spending anyway. They're still spending. For this season alone, they are giving $200 million to clubs to share $10 million each. Last season again, they gave the same $200 million to each club as part of their spendings.
Okay.
Apart from recruitment and all the rest, yes.
All right. Those are expenditures. Now let's look at the inflows. The Propel deal. Are they bringing in money, or they want to generate money on behalf of the league, and then you share? What is the contract? You know, like the contract with Propel.
Thank you very much. We did not give Propel exclusive rights on OTT at all. The agreement we had with Propel is for the league and Propel to do business together. Then we share profit. And out of this, again, the clubs have more of the profits to take. Propel's own is just about 20%. And now, do we get to do that? We'll be showing our matches on telephone globally. Saturday now, you can watch Nigerian Premier League in over 100 countries in the world. So, but we are yet to start the activation of this pay-per-view, which Propel has agreed with MTN, which the promise, like this new week we have now, the activation will be done. So maybe from next week, we will start having people to subscribe. From there, the league body will be making money for the clubs, for everybody involved. That's the agreement we have there. We did not give Propel our exclusive right on over-the-top transmission. That's OTT. What we're doing with them is a business agreement that let's do it together, let's share the profit together. That is it.
Why should Nigerians be optimistic? We have this kind of a deal, or you can tell there's a difference. Before your board came in, by the previous board, the IMC, and they said, we are going to earn so much money from streaming our matches. We are going to earn about something trillion. We are going to be all that, and all Nigerians said that it became audio money. They saw they didn't see a kobo out of that. So what is the difference between that and what you're having with Propel? I mean, it sounds so sweet. You want to do that? What is the difference?
Thank you very much. They start to lose a lot.
Hello, are you there? Because we would like to retake on here.
First, come to absolute. Sorry.
Okay. All right. Okay, while we're trying to sort out, with Honorable Benga Legbe, he is the chairman of the board of the NPFL, Nigerian Premier League, Nigerian Football League. Gentlemen,
some astonishing figures.
Yeah.
In the last season, they paid Nigerian referees between 300 and 400 million, according to Honorable.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, if we are spending this much on referees in the Nigerian League, we expect the standards to be better than what it is again. Because at the end of the day, we'll find referees deciding matches in the local league and all those things. I love the lofty ideas that the Honorable has pointed out. Like you said, I just pray that they will be able to see through this agreement, and because without revenue, I wonder how they want to run these leagues. And the kind of sponsorship the league management board or whatever they are called gets, I wonder why they don't sign long-term partnership deals. Every time it's 1 year, at the beginning of another season, they are looking for another sponsor.
I think with GTI, I think what they have with GTI is about 10 years. I think when it comes back on set, we'll clarify that.
Even the deal with the GTI it's still very vague, not very, very, very clear.
GTI to them is like they are saying they are the vehicle. Yes. So to look for sponsors for them, and when they cannot get sponsors, before they get sponsors, they look for money. They look for people putting their money. So when they now have the sponsor, they net off whatever, like you said, they spent over $1 billion last season. So when they now get sponsorship, first of all, they'll be netting off that, because I think maybe from 10% is what they'll be using in netting off. I don't know.
At the end of the 10 years, if they're not able to net off what the league is owing, then what happens?
Probably, I mean, there'll be clauses, or probably either they renew, or if they don't renew, you pay off. It's a contract, because I don't want to.
You get the clarity of what I'm saying.
Because we need to look at.
If you spent over $1 billion and you got 100 million. You're already in deficit of over 900
No,
million.
but from what they are getting, I think with the next day when it comes on from the Star Times deal, which they will who will showing the matches. You understand? Not you've got that one. Prepare will be live streaming, which is different from you sitting on your television to go and watch it. You understand? So that you are watching the cable, whatever it is, which is what Star Time is coming. Star Time is dropping some cash,
and it will be a good one if this leagues are on TV because Nigerians will be able to scrutinize the efficiency of the referees and the match officials. It will bring about some level of standard in the game if the games could be live on TV.
Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to the Lesotho match before our guest come in. We are still expecting Davidson Owumi, the COO, the Chief Operating Officer of the league, to also join us. The last time I spoke with him, it was on his way moving from Enugu to Aba. So probably he's gotten there and say hi, join us. If you cannot join us on Supra, we'll get him on phone. We must get his voice on this show because he has to be there. He has to answer questions that Nigerians want to hear. And we also open the lines so that you guys can also throw in your questions, to our guest. We're going to have some fun, and then because the leagues are not happening now this weekend. There are no leagues, so those of you who want to bash one team or praise one team, just forget it. Forget it. It's not happening today. Don't talk about any club. Why are you guys?
Why is Mr. Kelsey?
Why are you guys?
It's his birthday. Let's take it easy because if we go down that rabbit hole,
there's a new sheriff in town, and the man is asking questions.
Talking about the Nigerian game, I personally didn't watch that game for obvious reasons.
Why?
I engaged one of our senior colleagues on X who was talking about how I said this Super Eagles team will not kill me. We hear talk about the fact that there are no longer millions in football and there's no small team anymore. But when you are playing against a team, they are ranked nearly 100 places.
153.
Above them.
They are 153 ranked.
You would expect at least a certain level of dominance. Yeah. Especially when you are playing in front of your home crowd, your fans. And it was a lackluster performance. Like I said, I didn't see the game, but I went back to see highlights. And in all honesty, I was glad I didn't see it. You would expect more from a team that boasts an array of superstars like the Super Eagles. I'm sorry, but when we come up against actual giants now within the continent, we would struggle.
Theo, let me ask you this: How come these players shine in their clubs? I mean, to a limited extent, you understand. But when they come in, is it coaching? Is it management?
I like the fact you asked that question because I'm sorry I have to do this, but we have to go back to Manchester United.
Okay.
We see players like Harry Maguire, who somehow will be selected for the national team, but when it comes to playing at club side, abysmal. We see players like Bruno Fernandes, who always puts in, he's good today, he's horrible tomorrow, but so far this year, he has put up 8 assists. I think that's a record in European qualifiers now.
For
Portugal. Very, very impressive. Quite a number of players will do well in their club side, but will do well in the national team, and they come to the club side and struggle. But with the Super Eagles, the reverse seems to be the case. They seem to be shining at their club side and coming to the national team, and they're struggling. We need to look at what the coach is doing. A lot of people have complained about the fact that even setting up the team alone seems to be a problem, because these guys should be going out there and should be demolishing this opponent, like Jimmy would say, discombobulating. Well, going out and struggling against Lesotho, I mean, it's not being able to even string chances together. It's horrible.
What seems to be the problem? From Raw to Pesero, we seem to be struggling from input from the bench.
We've retrogressed from where we were under Raw.
Dribbling backwards.
Because I looked at the highlights of the game again, there was no purpose in the match. There was no fight in the Super Eagles we know. Until they considered that goal, there was no push.
There was no bite.
There was nothing in the game. Yeah. They are confused in the final third. They can't string good passes. Their combinational play is very, very poor. You now wonder what is the coaching team doing? What are they doing? They can't even change a match from the bench.
He said they only train for about maybe just 1 or 2 training sessions before the game.
Is he waiting for 10 training sessions? He should know the players and know how to fit them in his team. A good coach does not have to. With the team we saw against Lesotho, let them have 20 training games. They will still perform that way. There's no cohesion between the team and the bench. Like they were like players that didn't know what is expected of them, what they should do in a match in front of your home crowd. If we meet a good team, Ken, we'll collect.
But okay, the FA is saying, okay, let's do it again. I mean, let's go and win let's go and win our fourth Nations Cup in Cote d'Ivoire. Is
not feasible.
Is it realistic?
It's not. This coaching crew is taking us nowhere. How do we go from the days of Clemens Westerhoff, Lars Lager, all those good coaches, Philippe Trouzet, to these people? Oh, our team disaster, but I think...
Jose Mourinho recommended this coach.
I don't care who recommended this coach. He has not shown to have capacity. He has not shown me that he has a technical know-how to coach the Super Eagles. The truth of the matter is, whatever this man is doing, any local coach can actually do what he's doing.
I agree.
So what's
no difference.
If we are not getting that difference in level in terms of input by bringing in foreign coaches into the country, why do we quit doing it?
We should ask the NFF. Because the days of August Nego, Christian, we are even playing better football than what we are being served the ball.
Ken, at the time, I'm quite young, but then again, I'm old enough to at least I've watched the Super Eagles play for a very long time. We don't seem to have an identity anymore. We just seem to just fill players on the pitch and expect them to just perform the magic.
But is it because we don't have the talent? Because probably in every nation that are trying to say they have the golden generation. I would say right now we are not even having a bronze generation.
The golden generation of Cote d'Ivoire. We beat them to win the Nations Cup in 2013.
Yes,
by local coach.
Yes, and if you remember, in that midfield, we were talking about it before we came on, something about bust that midfield. And Yaya Toure, who was African Footballer of the Year, couldn't even stand him in the middle of the park.
That was Mikel. Mikel was great.
Yes, we had players that we wouldn't come out and say, this was our good. We couldn't have even said this was our golden generation, but this was another thing. You need to look at where the bulk of the Ivorian players were playing their trade at that point in time. They're all superstars in their teams in Europe, but somehow we're able to bring them down. When
that was dominating the EPL.
Yes, they had very, very impressive players. But right now, this Super Eagles team, I don't think at any point the talent has ever been our problem. It has never been our problem. Because you need to look at where our players play their trade. You need to look at we have the current. He would definitely win African Footballer of the Year. Talking about Victor Osimhen, he plays in our team.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's the only one. We have an array of stars. Yes. We have an array of stars who are playing Champions League football, who are topping, winning league titles, who are scoring in week in, week out. And then we come up and play against Lesotho and we put up a performance like this. And we say training sessions is the problem? Come on.
All right. Probably next time. He's saying, I don't know how many training sessions they're going to have. But then it's a Sunday. And then when we come back, we'll see if we can get back at the chairman of the NPFL, Honorable Benga Elegbele. He's right there on the hot seat. And also, if Davis Owumi, the CEO, will also join him. Stay with us. It is Channel Sport on Sunday. Okay, welcome back. It is the Channel Sport on Sunday. And the Kato in the house, the top dollar. This guy, okay, I have to go after this is dangerous. But Jimmy has just joined us.
Yeah.
Jimmy, welcome to the show.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, Jimmy.
I mean, you are the indefatigable one, so it's always a delight to celebrate your birthday with you. I mean, what else could have brought Obum back after a long while? It's great to be here today.
All right, we have the chairman of the NPFL. Yes. And also the COO of the NPFL.
And Ken, I have a question for him, hoping that it does come back in good time. There have been allegations about the opacity of the particular transaction that brought in Star Times, and I think that they had not addressed it enough.
We're coming to that.
Yes, because it looked like, it was something close-circuited. There had been allegations that, some other people, there had been some other interest, and maybe they short-circuited the process so that some other people could not. So I think it would be nice to hear from him.
Okay. Do we have our guests back on the set? Do we have them back? Hello. Do we have Chief Owumi back, or do we have Elegbe? Which of you are here now? All right, let's go to Aba. Let's go to Aba. I think the chairman is in Abuja. But let's go to Aba and see if we can speak with Chief Davidson. Okay, let's speak with the chairman first before we go back to Davidson Owumi. Hello, Honorable Elegbele. You had. I hope, did you hear Jimmy? Did you hear Jimmy just now?
Clear, well, loud and clear. Yes, loud and clear.
Yes.
Loud and clear. Yes.
He's talking about opacity. That people are saying, look, why will you go for this StarTime deal? Somebody said he was bringing in his $11 million.
$11 million. Can you be careful? $11 trillion.
No, sorry. $11 million. Somebody's bringing. So Nigerians want to know why. Okay, what is the worth of the deal that you have with StarTimes, and what is the deal all about? Are they showing all the matches? Are they showing a few matches? How long was the duration of this deal?
Thank you very much, Ken. And I like that very question that my friend there asked. First, let me tell you, we have been on this for a very long time. Since April of this year, we've been discussing with StarTimes. And our discussion has been mainly open on the press. Somebody saying that he has $11 million to bring. That is what I call Seriki Wayo. That's a very mischievous talk. If you have this, I answered the same person. I said, please, StarTimes is here to pay us. If we have anybody that want to invest in the league, please, we are ready to meet with that person. The answer he gave is that, no, the league body is not elected. I cannot talk to them. And I said, okay, if we're not elected, the NFF is the owner of the league. The president and his board, they were duly elected. Please go through them. We are ready to meet with this $11 million investor.
Okay.
Again, if you cannot do that, go through the ministry. The minister is duly appointed. I think I'm getting the Ken.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Are you getting him?
Okay, yeah, go on.
And I said, now, and I said, if you really know you have an investor, we are ready. Meanwhile, the agreement we signed with StarTimes is very simple. We did not give StarTimes exclusive right to broadcast our 10 matches.
Okay.
We gave StarTimes, the StarTimes said they wanted 10 years. We said, no, we cannot give you 10 years. They wanted all our 10 matches. No, we cannot give you 10 matches. All right? Now, what we can do is 5 years and with a 2-season period of probation. If we are able to do well, then we will be able to continue with you by giving you additional. We'll start with 4 matches. And if the league body and the stakeholders are satisfied, they will again extend it to 8 matches for you. Then, once the passport was shown our league, they had an exclusive right. They were only showing 2 matches. We didn't give StarTimes all our matches. We said we even reserve 2 matches for would-be investors. Again, we told StarTimes, even what we are giving you now, in between, if we see another investor, we will all sit down with you and negotiate. StarTimes agreed. It is part of our terms agreement with StarTimes. So if anybody is interested now, that is true for that investor of $11 million to still come in. But my dear brother, it's a lie. There's no $11 million interest anywhere. If the person is true with that, he went to StarTimes, to GTI. What he brought was a proposal on how we can generate money. Just like the one we are doing with Propel. Is that somebody bringing $11 million or trying to do business with the league through GTI? And GTI look at it and say, no, it's not viable, it's not feasible. So please, it is pure lie. For anybody to go out there that has one person who wants to invest $11 million in the league, we are open. We want to see the person. And I told the guy that we are ready, please bring the person. Instead of bringing the person, all they keep doing is to go online, castigating the league body. Nothing more. Can you please help us tell you that we are still waiting? We are ready.
No, I don't know who he is. I don't know who he is. So you are discussing with him already.
Your friend who mentioned you know who he is. Okay. Your friend who mentioned it, you know who he is. Yes. Okay. And we are ready. We are ready to do business with that person. Okay. The league body is open.
We'll come back to you because we want to know exactly how much is the StarTimes deal worth, so that we now know and then what it is. But let's see if we can reach out to Chief Davidson Owumi. He's been trying there. Hello, Owumi. Are you there? Hello.
Yeah, Ken. I've been here all the while waiting for you.
Okay, all right. Because I have just one question to ask you. First and foremost, you guys did the Abridged League last season, and a lot of us here, especially on Channel Sport on Sunday, we gave you kudos. We said, look, because of the roads, because of the funds, because of everything, we could do that the Nigerian way and get the best. Why did you go back to this? I ask you this because I spoke with a very good friend of mine who is one of the technical managers or technical advisors of a team right there in the south. They went to the north to go and play. I don't want to mention the club or whoever it is. They went to the north. They spent 2 days. 2 days to get to Kano, to go on road, to go and play a match. They variably spent another 2 days to come back. So why did you guys, settle back on this league when you know that the stress will be on the players and the team? I will not get the best. Okay, before you answer that, please. Sorry, Davis. We have a caller. Maybe we ask a question. We have a Mohammed from Gombe. Maybe you can listen. I don't know whether it's to you or to the chairman. Hello, Mohammed.
Okay. Hello, thank you very much. Good afternoon, you all.
Good afternoon.
Thank you. Mine is about the Super Oyibo match that will be played any moment from now.
Okay.
Sincerely speaking, my concern is that of the Gaffer, our coach. We deserve more than what we have been seeing from him. As far as the mighty level of Super Oyibo in footballing nation, we don't deserve the sort of the whole of grow absolutely in Nigeria, in Akwa Ibom. We deserve more than that. Please, I'm calling for particularly the media, and I had the other gentlemen, your guests, explain the issue. We deserve more than that. I think, please, we should call the attention of, even if it is NFF or the Minister of Sport, to look at our GAFA. We deserve more than this, what we have been seeing. We don't know what he was trying. Was it he want to market himself with Nigeria, or was he want to ridicule our level of football? Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Mohammed. All right, let's go back to Davison Owumi. He is there. Sorry for the, of course, we just need to take them. He's talking about the national team, which you were part of, you played for. So your team, Sunday will bring you here. I will drill you. So you tell us, hi, where your team and this team, which one will beat each other? but let's go to this. Why did you guys go back to a full 10 league when the cash? Yes.
Yeah, Ken, thank you very much for that beautiful question. Okay. First of all, you recall that before the season started, the NFF, the leadership of the NFF, the leadership of the league were positively disposed into having an abridged system format, again, because of the kind of success we recorded last season. But one of the beauty of this is that the majority will always have their way, while the minority will have their say.
Yeah.
Now, the board, we told the clubs clearly, the club owners, we had a meeting, over 3-4 meetings. The chairman is there as I'm talking, he's listening to what I'm saying. We had a meeting with them. We floated the idea. We told them the reasons behind this, that for security reasons, bad roads, and the stage of the league, that we need to have a repeat of what we did last year to prepare the ground, to make sure that basic infrastructures are put in place to get us into the wider league. But the Congress came out with a no-no. And I can tell you with all confidence that some of the clubs that are crying today that they want to go back to the abridged, they were the major people that opposed the format last year, that when we brought it up. So definitely we cannot impose ideas on the teams. They are the shareholders of the company. Whatever they agree in their Congress is what we stand by. And I can tell you for free that everybody, 90% of the clubs today, they are not so comfortable with that decision.
I'll send you a question later. Okay. All right. Let me. Are you there? Are you there, Davidson?
Ideas on them. The club owners, they are the leader. They are the owners of the league. So whatever they determine, but when they say this is what they want to do, that was exactly that they actually could have been a better thing for, that is to develop, you know, to build on the progress, the success recorded last season. But some people, including some portion of the media, they were against it. So how are we going back to abridge, but without considering the benefits of what it should have given to us, the mileage that the best teams coming together as a Super 6 or the Super 8 will have given to the system. But that is Nigeria. We needed to take it the way it is, and we succumb to their pressure or to their wish. And that is where we are, Ken.
Okay, clear. That is clear enough, which means it is what the clubs want. Because I really pitied them. They didn't stop over. They left, you know, the south, slept at Abuja overnight by 5 a.m. in the morning. Then I said, okay, en route to Kano, and then after playing, coming back again, and then going back, I just be like, you don't get, that is overstressed. I mean, they can't even stretch their legs. I don't know whatever bus they are traveling in, whatever. But let me ask you this question: do the clubs submit their accounts to the league at the end? Is it to the league or to the FA? Who do they submit to at the end of the season?
No, they submit, yes. You see, there is a club licensing criteria.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Yes.
Yes,
and before
yes.
we have the financial criteria where clubs are supposed to submit, that is their expenditures and everything for last season.
Yes.
Okay. And we go through it. Now it is the responsibility of the NFL, because they are supervising the club licensing exercise. So is the duty and the function of this the supervising that is the club licensing supervising officer to call for the books of all the clubs under the financial criteria. Okay, that is where you have, you know, overdue payables, everything, their balance sheet, income and expenditure and everything. These are documents that are supposed to be submitted, you know, before a club is licensed on the financial criteria basis. Our own is that once we get a letter from the NFF that so club has been licensed, we give them that certificate to play. We give them license to play in the league.
Okay, let me ask you this. You played in the league as a footballer, so that one is, you won't know what is happening in the boardroom. But then you did run a club for a very long time. And then you also were part, you know, chairman of the club owners. And then, so, I mean, you ran through, you've been all there. So answer this sincerely before the world. I want to ask you this. How many clubs in Nigeria earn more than what they spend?
That's a very good one. You see, for now, like I said in my last one interview,
are you dodging my question? I'm asking you a straight question.
Can you hear me?
I'm asking you. I asked you a straight question. You are okay. Come to the answer. I wait for you. Come. I'm asking you.
Yeah, no, listen. Now, that's what I'm coming to. Okay.
Oh, yeah, come. Yes,
you see, in any business you are going, football, professional football. Okay, and any business you are going into, there is a time that you must have to invest your capital into it. So there is time for investment, and there is also time for your dividends to start yielding.
Okay.
So if you invest wisely, you will get back whatever you have invested. But if you are not careful with your investment, then you might not be able to make gain. There are some clubs today, for instance, look at a club like, let me not mention this, 1 or 2 clubs in the country. They played in the, maybe what they call it, the African Champion, the ACL. Okay, on a go, they got about $1 million.
Exactly.
How much did they spend last year?
Okay.
Is that not profit?
Okay.
If they sell 2-3 players in the season, they have made more money more than what they expended on the previous year. So that is why football, we should look at it from that perspective. Okay, if you manage your football your club properly, you must make. You're just like a banker or like a trader on the street. If you manage your business wisely, you must invest to get dividends. So it all depends on the individual clubs that can say, okay, we are managing now, this is how we are going about it, and this is what we are getting in return. So it's a business venture. There cannot be a blanket assumption that all the clubs are not making profit or all the clubs are running at a loss. No, there are some clubs that will make profit, There are some clubs that will manage themselves, you know, unwisely, and they will end up in the economic doldrum. That's the simple answer. I don't know whether I've gotten to where you want.
No, you see, I asked you, I gave you an objective question, and you gave me an essay. You answered, and you gave me an essay answer. You gave me an essay. Or is it based on your experience, based on your discussions, based on what you've been there, and based on having been part of the NPFL for last season and stuff like that? I am saying, okay, I agree with you. Return on investment has to come in. We are seeing clubs like Chelsea, Man City is making profit now. Of course, a lot of things are going in there. We know that. But what we are saying is that if I want to hit you on your head now, I will go straight. I will ask you, Rangers is how many years old now? Rangers is over 40 years old. So, how many years do they want to invest in Rangers before Rangers now start showing?
For crying out loud, before this time, Ken, let us be sincere with ourselves. Before this time, the banks in Nigeria were running at a loss until the recapitalization policy came into place. We just started the club licensing last year.
So we should start from last year. Everything that happened before last year, we should forget it. All right, I agree with. Let us just put the discussion.
I am taking it from where the IMC came on board. Where this board was particularly involved. That is where we are taking it from. And out of since that time, we have had clubs that have now we have sponsors. We have at least part broadcast right owners. We have strategic partners. Monies are beginning to come into the league where clubs can then invest and reinvest and get return on their investment. Like in the time past where there was no kobo at all to do anything. I don't know whether you are getting where I'm going to. We have just started the journey of, you know, trying to channel the club into a profit-oriented clubs. The Rangers to talk about. Rangers is getting, you know, they have partnership with Afri Invest. Eimba has partnership with Stake. I think
Aqua United, Yes, I think Aqua has
with SBET. These are all money-making avenues, or ventures, which in the time in the coming future, if they are well nurtured, it turns these outfits into money-spinning outfits. That is where I'm going to. So it's not a long essay. It's just about investment and return on investment. It's going to take some time. It is not the day you plant your yam that you get the return immediately. You must plant. So
only that you have found in several farms before you get to this one. But let's keep it there. I agree with you. We use the benchmark as last season. They started club licensing. So before last season, let's say it is zero. So when I know where the short term and long term, I want to come to my guy. Before I come down to my guys here, let's just take Honorable Bengali. Let us ask him this. My guys here, they're still saying, look, the breakdown of the start time deal. How much are they supposed to be paying? I know it's up there because I know the EPL now. We say, look, everything has been hammered because they spent more than the end and stuff like that. I know it won't come to that here in this Nigeria, but I know, like you said, audited accounts are supposed to be factual with the same. But then let us, what does the start times? You are open, so I know you don't. You don't. Both of you tell us all we want to know. What is the deal? What is this deal? What first year, second year? I know it is breakdown that way.
There is. Yeah, you see, for the 5 years, it is clear from 5 years. I think we have about 5.something billion for the 5 years. We're starting from this year.
If the chairman wants to answer it. No, I wanted the chairman to answer this.
Yes, please.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Thank you. Take it off.
Ken, thank you. The day we had our press conference with Star Times, I announced openly the amount the deal is worth right there on the spot, and all the journalists captured it. And I was again announced it to you. And before going to that, now let me answer the question of somebody talking about open bidding. You do open bidding when there is competition. All right? When you have more than one or two interested parties trying to bid for a particular contract. In the case of NPFL broadcast issue, we don't have anybody who's interested. Not at all.
You did not call for a bid. Did you call for a bid that you want to that this property is in the market? You want to sell it? Yeah. Did you call for a bid? You need to call for a bid before the bid.
Thank you very much. Since last season, we did that one last season when we started.
Okay, all right. Okay, I just want that.
The Nigerian Premier League is up for grab for broker partners.
All right. Okay.
Nobody was interested.
Okay. All right. Go on.
The only company never coming to us one-on-one. We even wrote to company. We wrote letters to them. Please come and show interest. Nobody replied us. As if Nigerian League was not profitable to them. Eventually, StarTimes came. April last year, StarTimes came. Before we ever agreed with StarTimes, we had a long level of discussions. They brought this, we said, no, it's not good for us. And now, nobody ever come to the Premier League, as I'm talking to you, outside StarTimes, showing interest. The one of $11 million, I only was saying, I only read it on WhatsApp pages. Nobody came to us. Yes. And I responded again to that same person on WhatsApp, that same WhatsApp page. That please, we are available. Let the person come. Let this your partner come. We are ready. Because in our agreement with StarTimes, when we told the first, StarTimes the very first year because the league have started. You know now, they're only starting with this next coming weekend matches.
Okay.
We said, because the league has started this year, this season alone, they will pay the league $1.060 billion. That's 1.06 billion.
1.06 billion. Is that
1.06 billion?
Billion dollars?
Yes.
Is it billion dollars?
Naira. Well, making that money. They'll pay us we are Nigeria. I'm talking in terms of Naira components. We are Nigeria. Now, this season, because the league has started, they're just joining us. They will pay $1.06 billion to us. Next season, they will pay $1.1 billion.
Okay.
The season after, they will every season there's an increment of 50 million naira on it.
Okay.
And again, it is not even the full right. StarTimes don't have our full right at all. We get them the first 2 seasons. It's a season of probation for them. If we do well, let's start with 4 matches. If you do well in these first 2 seasons with 4 matches, then we extend it to 8 matches for you. But with these 2 matches, we are keeping 2 matches out of our 10 for another partner who's ready to be a broker partner. We are giving them 2 matches. And if you don't satisfy us with 4 matches in the very first 2 seasons, then we don't continue with you again. We look for another partner. So this is the best Nigeria can get.
As at now.
A league that's on television as at now. And we believe, why we didn't give StarTimes the full rights, that we believe that the next 1 or 2 seasons, if we go the way we are going, our league will increase in value.
Okay.
We have better options.
Okay, you have a question. Anthony has a question for you.
I actually have 2 questions, but the first one has to do with sport betting. We've seen the menace of sport betting, where a lot of officials, club officials, players and administrators, they actually do bet on matches that actually do concern, they are involved in. What exactly has the league body done or is doing to ensure as much as possible the integrity of the league is being protected in consonance with sport betting companies to make sure our league is protected?
Well, thank you very much. To just answer that question, already we are discussing with the company in Europe, what they do. Now, we had a session with them 2 weeks ago. We shared the proposal, which he responded. Again, we are meeting Wednesday of this week. It's an online meeting. What they will do is that nobody can now use our platform. Any bet company that wants to use our platform for betting must go through a particular system so that we can monitor what is happening. And we have the right to deny them access to it. So because there's no way you can stop people who are who are addicted to betting from betting. You may not even know when they do it. All right? Except you will see glaring cases of players doing what we think this is abnormal. You know that must be something behind this goal or behind a goalkeeper that they may allow a goal to go in or defend, all those things. So the best we can do is to get this company in agreement with us. So any betting company that want to use Nigerian Premier Football League as a platform for betting and for people to use them as betting, they will not be able to do it without having an access. That's what we can do for now. And that's what we're doing right now.
I want to follow up on this because how do they? I mean, there is a technology on how the EPL knows that someone like Ivan Toney was betting that even betting that his manager
This Italian player in Newcastle.
Tonali. Are you saying the NPFL? I know you guys are just starting without pushing it. That you cannot also have the same technology that the EPA to track their players to know that they are betting. Is it for now? Is it impossible, or is it what you're having to say? Okay, in the next 1 or 2 years we can do that, or how? Because you are saying it is impossible to know if somebody is betting. But how do they know that the other
thank you, Ken. Remember what I told you? We inherited a very barren league with nothing, with no structure of ground at all. So what we are doing with this new company now, they will be able to monitor whoever that is betting, or any company that want to use our platform to bet. There must be a way for them to grant them access. Any player or official betting, they will be able to know through that platform. That is why we are engaging them.
Okay. We'll be on the lookout for.
All right, that is good. Do you guys have any question for?
Yeah, I also think that
for Owumi.
I would like to know what they think. We've seen that the Super Eagles, they have a team that is largely bereft of home-based players. What exactly are they doing as league administrators to ensure that the league itself is able to feed directly the Super Eagles? We have goalkeeping problems. We have quite a number of goalkeepers that are fantastic. Okay. How exactly do they protect down to say, oh, we should be having more players in the Super Eagles?
All right. Owumi, that is for you. Let's Owumi answer that. He played in the league and then he played for the Super Eagles. So let us see. In your time, if they not choose you, how were you feeling?
Ken, let us be sincere now to ourselves, okay?
Yeah.
Let's not talk politics. Now, do you know that football and footballers,
yes,
there is a direct movement, a relationship, a synergy between economics and football.
Exactly.
Now, the problem is that the economy of Nigeria is very good as of now. So if you're a player in Nigeria, a very good player in Nigeria, that is earning 1 million naira, and they call him from Simba of Tanzania or something like that for $5,000, naturally, you know where that player will end up. So, because of the economy, there is an erosion, you understand, of a lot of, flight of very, very capable players in the domestic league. That is number one. Because for every year, the best crop of players move out every season. The highest goal scorers, you see all of them moving out in droves. It is economic related. Saudi Arabia is not the best footballing country in the world, but today you can see that the best players in the world are all in Saudi Arabia because of the economy. So that is a very big one. So secondly, the orientation of the Super Eagles and handlers for the past 6-7 years is been Oyibo oriented, export oriented. They don't have, nobody cares to look at the home-based players. The last coach that did it was Keshi, and he got the reward. Some of these players that are playing here, you might look at the big names that you see on television every day, but the truth is that there is a big difference between the African football and European football.
Okay.
There's a very big difference.
Okay, thank you.
There's no club in Loteto that has ever defeated any club in Nigeria before.
Okay.
Whether in the Champions League or in the what do you call it, in the Confederation Cup. So you must have that idea to inject the home-based players and try them and see.
Okay.
Like you don't just have a blanket cover and say, no, the home-based players are not good. Because of that, you can invite 40 players to come and play against Lume.
All right. Thank
Come on now.
Thank you so much. Thanks so much, Owumi. We want to close this interview here now. Let's just take a few seconds from the Honorable Chairman himself, so that we can, Okay. All right. I'm told that so this is where we come to the end of the show of this interview, not the show. I want to thank David Owumi, the CEO, the COO, the Chief Operating Officer of the league, and also Honorable Benga Elegbele, who is the chairman of the NPFL. We are happy that both of them came on this show today to enlighten you. And there are still so many questions begging for answers, and so many answers begging for questions. So
it's nice to have them. I mean, the takes have been lovely. Maybe some are controversial because, for example, what he did say talked about erosion and some of those.
Yeah, but that is the fact.
No, why I say it's controversial is the fact that we are now having a Super Eagles that a lot of people are not so happy about. For example, the coach Ulisse.
Okay. Can we just take let's say the pitch awards. Let's say the pitch awards. That is the 10th year. They've come out to say this is what they want to do. So let's say that I think that is Deborah Olajire talking on the 10th edition of the pitch awards.
From zero to the top.
We intend to have a symposium. We actually want to discuss, we're hoping that we'll have the ears of everyone, every partner, every stakeholder in the business of Nigerian football and sports generally to discuss the future of our great country. We need to be able to attract the interests of the federal government of Nigeria to know that sport is relevant. There must be a plan, there must be a scheme, for every Nigerian when it comes to sports. And so for us, that discussion is very important. And it's part of the build-up to the eventual ceremony of the 10th edition of the Nigerian Pitch Awards. And so we don't want to be concerned about this brand itself, about just celebrating it. We want to be concerned we are concerned about the future of Nigerian football. We know that this is one thing that brings all Nigerians together. And if we don't discuss the way forward, we'll be where we are. And we have all it takes to rule the world as far as football is concerned. So Nigerian Pitch Awards as a platform simply want to first discuss the way forward to attract everyone that has one or two things to do with football in Nigeria. And I will believe that at the end of the day, we should be able to come up with a communique that can guide the way forward for our football. That's on one part. And then two, we really want to celebrate the College of Voters for 10 years. That's no mean feat at all.
But what I see is the integrity, the credibility, and the transparency, of the voting process has contributed to its the lasting success, and it's also something that people can always look forward to and say, okay, yes, this is an award that at least we can believe. And everybody has come to accept it that, look, they know what they are doing, and it has never leaked.
Well, you guys are seeing this. This is one big surprise.
Yes,
I love big surprise. Thank you guys. 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 Shop Doku. Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
Happy birthday.
I think we need to see how we can send this cake to you all guys.
Especially to all the fans out there.
How do you guys from the Bida? From the Niger State. Okay.
Everywhere.
It's my birthday. I'm Ken Ochonogo. God bless Nigeria.
He said we get paid.